It says, I'm live in My Deal Inc.
Woo!
So there is a delay. I think if you think you're on, we'll just go because mine says that I'm on, but I don't see it yet on my Facebook page. But there is a delay. So my guess is we just do it.
Yeah, I see it on mine.
Awesome.
Let me give people a sec to come in because we're a little bit late. We're having technical difficulties per usual.
It's not the
Technical
easiest thing.
difficulties per usually. Very good at structuring deals. Very good at getting money down. Very good at developing relationships. Suck at technology.
You know what, though? When we did this back in June in our live event, we're not doing it on Facebook.
Right.
So we're not trying to stream on different platforms.
Right.
And so it does go a lot easier. We didn't have any technical difficulties.
Much easier. I see some people coming up in the room. When you guys get here, put some fire in the chat. Say hello. I feed off of everyone's energy. So you guys talk to each other. Let me make sure I I don't know how to turn that off. I guess I'll still get messages, but I just want to give people an opportunity to come in. But I see Lindsay's watching. I see Joshua. I see Gabe's watching. Yeah, I see a high, some fire. I love it. I love the energy. I love it. I want to bring it.
All right, I want to encourage. Well, someone was just watching. Just say something in the chat or a thumbs up, and that way I know. And
let's make some deals. Yes, speaking my language. This is my favorite part of the business. Building relationships, structuring deals, knowing that it's going to be profitable starting off. You're not guessing, hoping it's going to be profitable.
That's right.
We know it's going to be profitable because we go in with the end in mind. So I have people coming in slowly. My apologies for us being a little late. Technology is not my thing. If anybody is listening and you want to help with the technology, I will listen.
Let's say we will listen. We will.
We will listen. I'm just going to pull this up just to have it on the stage. Maybe we could talk about it a little bit. So.
Hey, I just want to say hey to Jack, who just jumped in on mine. He's watching and just said hello. Hello, Jack. Whoop, great to have you in here, man.
So happy to have you all here today. And you guys know I'm going to talk about the script that gets private lenders to say yes. How to turn conversations into funding without begging for money. Who doesn't like begging for money? Let's put 100 in the chat. If you guys got some emojis, hopefully it's 2025. You have some emojis on your phone. Put 100 in the chat because you don't like begging for money. We're not holding up signs, asking people to please help us fund our real estate deals. We are positioning ourselves where we are offering opportunities and people want to get in on those deals. So while we're waiting for people to come in, because I know we're a little bit late, Scott and I, we're doing the Financial Freedom Blueprint. It's going to be on September 25th and 26th, a Thursday and a Friday. It's a 2-day online seminar. If you think what we are teaching at these meetings that we're having on Tuesdays and Thursdays is a lot, just think about what you will learn in a 2-day seminar of us teaching you no money down strategies. If you want to register for that, go to thefinancialfreedomblueprintseminar.com. If you put in code FREEDOM before this Friday, this is expiring this Friday, you can save $100. It's $297. You put in code FREEDOM, you're going to get $197. What feedback did we get last time, Scott? What did people say the last time we did?
Oh, you mean when we had the event?
Yeah.
Oh, listen, no. It was really positive. It was very helpful to people. First of all, there were already people who were in real estate and already doing things and got great value from that. And then there were newer people as well. In fact, we picked up some more people in our coaching community which is really, I mean, I'll just be straightforward with it. I mean, that's what we're wanting to do. We want people in our community so that we can step by step, we can help you in this process. Now, we can give you some of this information along the way. And by the way, you guys can get a lot of information on YouTube and other Facebook stuff, but there's something about not doing real estate alone, because it can be a scary thing. And maybe there are some exceptional people out there. I haven't met them yet. I know that I'm not one of those people.
Right.
Just the value of community. And so it's been an honor for me with the new people that came into both of our communities, and for us to be able to continue to work with them and help them and to succeed and to do something with their real estate business.
Right. Yeah. And if you guys don't know, Scott and I, we're both coaches, right? We both teach similar coaching, like similar no money down strategies, but it's different. So, we could look at each other as competition. But what I see is that we could offer people different things from different perspectives. So like, I like to build my business referral base, right? So I teach the fam how we can get referrals. One person actually that was in this financial freedom blueprint last time is already receiving referrals. And that wasn't that long ago, guys. So these are new people that are learning how to do this. They're already looking at deals that people are referring to them. And then the way I like to buy is I love to get all the money from a private lender and make sure I'm all in 70% of what that property is going to be worth. Scott likes to do a lot more creative strategies, and he gets big chunks of money in the beginning. So I think it's really beneficial to everyone that is watching this, that comes to the blueprint, is they get to learn different strategies that they can use on different properties.
That's right.
It's not one way to skin the cat. Maybe you have a property that maybe it won't work for the 70% rule, but you could still cash flow on it. So I think that's the benefit that we both bring when we do these together. So
yeah. Hey, I want to add one other layer in here as well. And I don't like personal debt, but boy, do I love leveraging someone else's debt. And I mean that in a really positive way. We're not talking about doing anything under the radar or anything like that, but it still helps out many of the sellers that I can work with. It actually helps them out if I can leverage their debt. And I can't wait to unpack some of that with you to show you how you do that, leverage their debt, and you still own the house. It's just a beautiful thing. So
yeah. I love it. Okay, let's get to it. The meat and potatoes, what you all came here for. All right, so let's just talk about the big problem. Like, when I'm sharing how to do something, it's usually a solution to a problem, because if everybody on here already knew how to do this, you probably wouldn't have showed up. Like, let's be honest, you wouldn't have showed up. You wanted to learn something new that you could implement in your business or the business that you want to have so that you could get more private money. I love to fund my deals with private money. It gives me flexibility. It allows me to get into deals where I don't have to make a payment sometimes. If the house isn't making any money, then I can structure my loan from my private lender that I don't have to make a payment during that time. So that's one thing I like about having private lenders. You can make it a win-win. What do they need? What do I need? So let's just talk about the problem. So most beginners freeze when it's time to talk about money. I'm not going to ask you guys to raise your hands on this because a lot of you might be a little afraid to admit this. So I'll admit it to myself. When I first started, I was a little afraid to talk about money. I didn't know.
Wait a minute. Let me throw in something. When I first started, I wanted to vomit on myself. Talking about money. That's just me. But anyway, you go right ahead.
Right. I was afraid to talk about the money. I didn't know how to structure the conversation that people wanted to do business with me. Like, I was afraid. What if they told me no? What if they looked at me like I was crazy? Like, I want you to fund all of my deal. Why don't they just buy the deal themselves, right? Maybe you guys are thinking some of this stuff, right? Maybe you don't know what to say. I know I was in that boat. I didn't know what to say. I'm like, man, how do I even make this intriguing so people will want to do deals with me? They'll want to do business with me. Maybe you sound nervous or even worse, desperate.
Mm.
Please do this deal with me or I can't do the deal. I don't know about you, Scott, but I don't want to work with somebody like that. If you go to the bank, right, and everything's maxed out, all your credit cards are maxed out, you have no money in your account, you really need the money, there's a great chance the bank is going to say no. Why is the bank going to say no? They're going to say no because they don't even know how they're going to get paid back. They want surety of the deal. So if you come in and you're sounding desperate, nervous, desperate equals not trustworthy. You're desperate. You'll do anything for the money. Like, I'm not going to use this reference. It's not appropriate for that, but I had a thought from a movie. But I'll leave it at that. Desperate equals not trustworthy.
Yeah, there's really a mind shift switch when we can, and this is, for some of us, we have to counsel ourselves here on this, and maybe even as coaches, we can remind you of this, that there has to be a shift that says that when I'm talking to a potential private money lender, and by the way, for those people in my life, they're the ones that already know me, like me, love me, and trust me. That doesn't mean they're willing to give me their money, though. Right. But if I can position myself that they may actually need me more than I need them, that's the mind shift that changes your posture. I love what you're saying, Martine, but this begging and sounding desperate, it's a language thing. And so
for sure. And it definitely comes with the mindset shift and positioning yourself as someone that can offer that opportunity. So we don't go in asking for money. Please loan me money so I could do this deal, please. Yep. No, here's an opportunity you'll want to see. Here's an opportunity that I have going on. I'm closing on this date. You let me know if you want to get on the deal, and you keep it moving.
There you go. That's right. Yep.
So let's just talk about the mindset shift here, okay? So we're not asking for money. We're offering an opportunity. When you offer an opportunity, you're allowing somebody to make a decision for themselves if they want to be on board with that opportunity. I've shared this numerous times when I talk on here, and I'm trying not to give it away because I just got so much I want to talk about, but I'm going to talk about this at the end. But there is a magic question that you can ask people towards the end of you talking to them to show the shift in your mindset and get them to say yes to you instead of let me think about it. I don't know. People are leaving uneasy, unsure if they want to work with you or not, right? Lenders want safety. They want predictable returns, right?
Yeah.
Real estate is one of the best ways for them to get that. A lot of the people in your circle right now don't even know that they could be getting in on these deals with you. If you are here creating the deals, structuring the deals, right? They don't even know that they can get in. And I want to give you guys a little secret that might not be so much of a secret. They want to get in. They want to get it. They've been secretly thinking about they want to do real estate, but maybe they don't have the time. Maybe they don't have the focus. Maybe they have too much going on in their lives right now where they couldn't really learn how to do this. But you already know how to do this. And if they know, like, and trust you, and you position yourself in a way that you can help them get the returns they want to get, that's when you start unlocking the secret sauce. So let's just talk a little bit about why private lenders say yes. Like, why would someone want to do this? And just to give you guys an example, there are, I wouldn't say a ton, but it's a good amount of people that I've spoken with that they have never been private lenders before. And I pretty much taught them how to private lend, which are pretty much my favorite types of private lenders because we really can get to the point of, what works best for you. This is what works for me. Let's meet in the middle. You really can find those great win-win situations when you're encountering someone like that. So just to give you guys an example, there was someone I was talking with and I was telling them how I do deals. So I'm letting them know, hey, when I buy deals, I buy them with no money down. And like, they're like, no money down. How in the world are you able to do that? And I'm like, with people like you, let me show you. And they couldn't wrap their head around why someone would give you all the money and not be a partner. A reason that someone would put all of their money, well, not all the money, but all the money for your deal into it with you putting no money out of your pocket into the deal is because, one, you're going to put them in a safe position. You are going to make sure that you put their money on a property that's worth more than their money. You're going to make sure that they have first lien position. What is first lien position? That means in the event I don't do what I say I'm going to do, I do something where I'm not paying on the money, or I'm not adhering to the terms, they could foreclose on that property and they have first lien position. So they get their money first. When the house sells, they get paid first. That is some great safety, especially on a house that is worth more than what they put their money into. So they have to trust you though, right? Like, nobody's willingly putting their money on a deal to somebody they don't trust. Like, oh man, she's a little shysty, I'm going to lend her some money. No.
Right.
No. They have to trust you. They have to know you have to be a good person of character. They need to know that you're going to treat it as if it is your own. And if you treat your money bad, we want you to treat it better than would you treat your money. But hopefully you're not in this business if you're not a person that is going to do the right thing. Be a person of integrity. They want to trust that you have a plan. You have a clear strategy. Nobody, okay, yeah, they know you, they like you, they trust you. But if you don't know what you're doing, you don't know how to structure the deals, you don't know how they're going to get their money back, they're probably not going to lend you the money because it doesn't make sense to them. You don't have a clear strategy in place. Then they want to trust that it's protected. So how is their money secured? So I talked about it being in first lien position. And then I also talked about how you're going to put their money against a property that is worth more than the money. So you're putting them in a position that if they had to foreclose on you, which is the worst possible scenario, but worst case scenario, you want them to make more money than they would have made if you would have did what you said you would do. Now, you don't want to be in that position, of course, right? But that's some security. Hey, you do what you say. I get the terms that we agreed on. You don't do what you say. I actually make more money. What do you say, Scott? That gets their greed glands.
Get their greed glands flowing. Yeah.
And if you can cover these three, you're halfway there, right? You're halfway there.
Yeah.
All right, the script.
No, really, actually, just to kind of reflect here with you a little bit on what you're saying too. What you're really selling, if you're selling anything, and we don't want to be salesy in anything that we do, right? But what you're really selling are the benefits, how they benefit personally. They get a good interest rate. By the way, for me and in my world, I dictate all terms. Mm-hmm. Otherwise, I'm just going to move to another private lender because I want to control the entire thing. But that's a strong posture. And I'm working with people that already trust me, so I can have those broader conversations. But we're really selling
what you're saying here is key, because a lot of newer people, they'll say, "Oh, I have lenders," right? And then they'll reach out to the lender and they'll say, "I have this deal. What terms can you give me?" No. I'm going to be like Scott and get a stick with a nail in it and beat you with it. No.
Yeah, no. My language has really been influencing you lately.
No. It's been great language. You are who you hang around, right?
There it is.
Scott started beating, so Martine did too.
I love it.
No, you don't go into this and you say, "Hey, I have this deal. What can you give me?" You tell them what you can offer. You're offering an opportunity. Who offers an opportunity and doesn't give the details, the framework? Right. What is it going to look like?
How I do it. This is how I do it. Yep.
So let's just look at the script framework, okay? So here's how I structure the conversation, right? So you want an intro. You want to build the rapport and connect. I think I saw someone on here. Hey, Thomas, I'm shouting you out. He says that I find that I'm way more passionate about the money than the people I'm talking to. And no, Thomas, I'm going to get my stick with the nail in it and beat you with it. You need to care about people. And Thomas knows me in real life. So like we joke all the time. But we need to really care about people's goals. What do they want? Do our goals align? Because a lot of the time, yeah, this person has money that they can lend you. And yeah, you need money to fund your deals. But maybe your goals don't align. Maybe your values don't align. You don't have to work with everyone. And that's why it's so important for you to build rapport and to truly try to connect. What do you guys have in common? And I think if you have trouble doing those sorts of things, then it's, they have acronyms that can help you. Me, I'm naturally an extrovert. I want to talk to you and find out all the things you'll tell me about you.
What? You're an extrovert?
Who would have known?
I had no idea.
Who would have known? But you can use, if you have trouble with those sorts of things, use acronyms like FROG. Google it, ChatGPT it. That really helps you start those conversations, build that rapport, get to connect with people. Now, positioning, you want to share your why and what you do, right? You want to really connect. My private lenders that I work with, they know me. Like they know a good deal about me. I know a good deal about them. And as we continue to do more and more deals together, we learn even more about each other. Your first conversations are more so aligned with, do your values align? Do you guys have similar goals that you can kind of mix together and work with each other and it makes sense? But then as you do one good deal, guess what? They want to do another good deal. They want to do another deal. They love it. Yeah. I don't know about you, right? If I'm lending money, right, and you're doing exactly what you told me you're going to do, I'm making great returns, our relationship is fantastic, I'm going to keep lending you money. That's how it works. I'm going to keep lending. I know I feel safe and secure when I lend you money. Then you want to offer the opportunity. Explain how your deals work. Like I mentioned before, I spoke with someone and he couldn't wrap his head around why wouldn't he be an owner of the deal if he was giving me all the money? So he was talking more terms of JV, joint venturing, where that's not what I'm interested in. I want to own the property. I want you to be a lender. We have clearly defined roles. They are different. So I had to really explain how the no money down process worked and how his money was secure. I don't know about you guys, but a lot of people, especially experienced lenders, if you've talked to them, they'll say, I want you to have some skin in the game, right? I want to make sure that you have something to lose too. Well, you do have a lot to lose, especially if they are experienced and they're in your communities, because you have your reputation to lose. If you lose your reputation by not doing what you're supposed to do, then that's going to put you in a far worse position than losing your skin in the game. So you want to make sure you explain how the deals work. Then you want to have
those are really two different kinds of relationships, right, Martine? Where you have the and I don't know how you use all your terms, but for me, a private lender is someone that already knows me. They're not a professional. They're not a hard money lender. Versus the hard money. Now, I've used hard money lenders, and they're in my world, but I exhaust all my private money first because that's where I get the most control. And frankly, they don't have any overhead. The people that already know me, like me, trust me, love me, they have money. Right. So I've had some of those people, I didn't even know they had money, but all of a sudden it came out because of, I was talking in that overflow. Those are the people that we want to start with because they already know who we are. They already love us and they're not coming with high demand.
Right. Yeah. Right. And then you want to look at where's your confidence on this? Because a lot of the times this is difficult for you to do because you don't have the confidence to confidently ask people or position your opportunity so that they want to get in on your deals, right? So you have to show your lenders how they're protected, okay? Then close. Invite them to stay in the loop. We don't have to say, hey, you want to fund my deal today? That's a little pressure. It's a little pressure. Now, if you got a really good relationship, they're all gung-ho, and you happen to have a deal, go for it. Go for it, right? But you want to invite them to stay in the loop. What I've noticed is once you've had these conversations with people, especially people that haven't lent before, right? And you show them you're doing deal after deal after deal after deal, eventually they want to participate. Eventually they will raise their hand and say, I want to get in on what you have going on because I see that you're consistent, you're moving and shaking. People are lending you money and I want to get in on that.
Yeah.
All right, so let's talk about the actual script. Part 1. I'm giving you guys all the goods today. All the goods. You might want to screenshot this.
I'm taking some notes.
All right, so let's talk about the intro rapport. What does that look like? Yeah, I gave you the outline, but okay, Martine, what does that mean? You want me to chat GPT a script? Do you want me to figure out a script on your own? Nope, I got you. So, hey, name whoever you're talking to. I know you've probably been looking for ways to grow your money without the stock market roller coaster. So real estate is how I've been creating safe, predictable returns. Keep it casual, no begging, just opening the door. You're starting the conversation. You want to get people to raise their hand and say, tell me more. Well, tell me more.
Right. Spot on. Yeah.
All right, let's talk about part 2, positioning. What do? You help people who want to earn strong returns backed by real estate. My strategy is simple. I buy properties, increase the value by fixing them up, put tenants in them so they'll cash flow, and your investment is secured by the property itself. One question that tends to come up when you say this is, well, if you're keeping the house, how do I get my money back? I'm glad you asked. So you just let them know what's your exit strategy. Are you planning to sell the property? Hopefully, if you're on this call, you're planning to keep it, but maybe you want to sell. That's none of my business. Maybe you want to sell it. What I like to do is keep it. And how I'm able to keep it is once we make the house go up in value, we can refinance into a DSCR loan, which is a debt service coverage ratio loan, which is all about the asset. I mean, your credit score, but everything else is about the asset and how it can sustain itself. And you are able to give people their return, get their money plus their returns back when you're able to do that. And then you keep the property. So when you do it in this way, you can essentially use the same pile of money to do the next deal and the next deal and the next deal because they keep getting it back with good returns. So if you really get strong relationships, right, where people are really loving you, they're loving what you're doing, you're giving them solid returns, y'all could just keep working that money over and over and over again. All right, so now let's talk about the opportunity. So I want to give you an example. So $100,000 investment, if you know me, like, especially like if you're on this call and you're in the fam, I'm all about the stories. Like, I need to share stories with people I'm talking to so they can get it. If I'm talking to somebody and let's say my target is I want to help people that are going through foreclosure, right? So I may give a story of somebody I helped in foreclosure. But for this purposes, I want to talk about how much money can they make on their money? Because what do they care about? Yeah, they know I can trust you, but hey, am I going to make some money or is this a favor? I'm not talking about favors. I'm talking about how you can get in and make some money. Mm-hmm. So let me just give you an example. You know, $100,000 investment. I don't know where those houses are anymore, but maybe there are some more. Typically earn about 10% interest annually. And usually the term is about 8 months. So you don't have to manage the tenants, the toilets, termites. I handle everything. You just put your money on the property. I make sure it's safe. The property is worth more than what your money is. So I'm going to keep you in a safe position. And then we're already agreeing on the terms that you would have received in this loan. Okay. So let's just talk about confidence really quickly. So, your money is going to be secured and confidence is just protection, right? So your money is secured by the property. And that means if anything ever went wrong, you're not left empty handed. You've got real collateral. You have real estate as the collateral. And we've talked about that several times. Trying to zip through this because I'm not trying to be on here for 20 years.
You're doing great. That's great. This is good. This is good stuff. I mean, everybody needs to know this. And if I can respond to this as well, one of the things is that we do hit, like we already said, we have some overlap. We're going to show you in our event how we're different as well. And all that's going to do is broaden your horizons.
Right.
Where you're going to have more tools. Now, it's just that I favor certain positions. I'm very open to exactly what you're talking about and how you do it, what you do. Right. It's circumstantial. And so I think as people will come, Martine, to see our differences on some of these things, it's just going to enrich their possibilities of really scaling their business. Right. That's what we want. That's what we want to show.
Right. So when you're closing this out, right, you want to talk about keeping people in the loop. You want to invite them. If you feel that you sat down with them, man, this was a great conversation. You really seem like somebody I want to work with. And I'm saying this because if you get to the end of this and you don't feel like it was a great conversation, you don't feel like this is somebody you want to work with, I would just say thank you for your time and keep it moving. But if you want to invite them into your world so they can see what you have going on, you just want to keep the door open. So I'd love to keep you in the loop in the future for future opportunities. Would you like me to share deals with you when they come by? That's not really like a hard, yes, you're going to fund my deals. That's really like, I'm going to be peeking and seeing what you got going on. So most people are going to say yes to that. Yeah, who doesn't want to be nosy?
People should write that down right now because that is such a strong position is what it is, because that's saying I'm not desperate. That's saying, hey, now that I've shared this with you, hey, would you like me when I've got some deals that sort of come into my funnel, would you like me to reach out to you? What that's implying is, or would you rather I not do that?
Right.
So they say, oh, yeah. Share that with me. You've already broken the ice, and it's not a desperation move because it's zero pressure.
Zero pressure.
I do the same thing with sellers. When I'm talking to sellers, when I'm talking to buyers, now my buyers are what I call tenant buyers. So they're people that I'm going to sell to on a lease option. Strong position with them as well. I don't need them. Right. And I don't mean that in a hard, cold way. I hope you understand that. This is all about posture. But that's gold. You ought to write that down.
Yeah, you might want to screenshot it. We've said it 5 times. You might want it. But yeah, you don't want to be desperate. And I don't know about you guys, but for me, there is no better feeling than when I have a deal I'm about to complete and I show, let's say this person I sat down with the deal, and they'll say, oh, I'm not ready yet, or no, they don't want to do it. And then the next time I see them, I talk about how the deal is done. This is how much of cash flow. This is how much the person made that lent the money. And they're like, dang, I missed the train. Oh, I missed the train. And the more that happens, the more you're going to put yourself in a position where you're going to show people that you're not running my show, right? I'm going to close on these deals regardless if you land on this deal or if somebody else lands on the deal. Yep. But we're going to close, right? Yep. So you're putting yourself in a very strong position. And what I've noticed, a lot of those people, especially if you have a really good relationship with them, like, and trust them, they know, like, and trust you, they eventually hop on the train. They're tired of being on the sidelines.
Yep.
All right, so let's just talk about biggest mistakes beginners make, right? So talking too much. You just talking in circles and blah, 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 and it doesn't make sense. And no, shh. Get to the point and shh. Learn this technique. Shh. It is wonderful. Even if it's awkward, it's wonderful. So just not knowing how to position yourselves. If you are begging for the money, you're not positioning yourself in a way that somebody is going to want to do a deal with you. Okay? Over explaining the deal.
I've been I've been coaching and mentoring now for close to 8 years. And I'm telling you, that people just don't know how to shut up. They just keep talking,
Tell me
Martine.
about it.
They just keep talking. And the best way I can phrase this is the more you say, the less you make. The less you say, the more you make. And that's a good business principle.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I already said this one, but sounding like you're begging. I think I want, if you could take one thing away from this, do not sound like you're begging for money.
Yeah.
No one is attracted to that. People are attracted to success. They're not attracted to somebody that's trying to figure it out. Okay. All right. Forgetting to ask questions back. There is, I forgot who told me this, and this may be a principle too, but he who asks the questions is controlling the conversation.
Yeah.
Ask the questions, guys. Ask the questions.
Yep. And what we'll do? What we'll do, and I think I did it in the last event that you and I did together, Martine. I'm going to teach you the art of ignoring the seller when they start asking questions. So that you can,
yes.
And it is an art. So we're not talking about insulting the seller, but there's an art in knowing how to ignore the seller so you can reposition yourself to get back into asking the questions.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a beautiful thing. I can't wait to unpack that as well.
Yeah. I love it. I love it. Man, I'm excited for the blueprint. I don't know about you, Scott, but I'm excited.
Absolutely. I'm thinking about it every day. It's just over a week away, man.
I know. It's so cool.
Almost ready to go.
All right. So let's just talk about the magic question here, guys. What's most important to you when you invest your money? I really want you to listen when you ask someone this question, because you will see what's important to them, so you will know how to frame your opportunities. Yeah. If they say return of capital is my number one goal, like return on capital is how much I'm going to make, but I want to make sure I get my money back. Like that's my biggest goal. You can shape the way that you're giving your opportunities to make it so that you are really like showing that you are actively listening to what they're telling you. Okay. So you can give it to them in a way that they will receive it.
Yeah. So stop offering stuff that they're not saying is important to them.
Hello.
Right?
Hello.
When you start offering all this other stuff that's not on their radar, guess what you sound like you're doing? You're begging.
Talking too much.
You're trying to convince them why this is a great deal for them. I don't know about you, Martine. Anyone that's in my face telling me how great of a deal I'm going to get, the less likely I'm going to believe them.
Right? That's like when you talk to people, right? And they're telling you how trustworthy they are.
Oh, yeah.
Trustworthy. You can trust me. I'm thinking in my head, no, I can't.
The more you tell me, the less I trust you.
Right. Exactly. All right. So let's just talk about some real life wins from the fam. So those guys that don't know, the fam is my coaching program. We had a fam member that had zero knowledge, didn't know anything. Shoot, they didn't even know any people in the area, had no lenders, nobody. They learned how to position themselves, right? They learned how to position the opportunities. They learned how to structure their deals. They created their community so that they can make it happen. And now they're constantly being referred to sellers and lenders. So people are in tough situations and people are sending them the deal. And they're structuring and making it work, make a win-win scenario, structuring the money. Opportunities are now chasing them because they put themselves in a position where they could win. I mean, who doesn't win in the fam, right?
There you go.
Let's talk about takeaways, okay? So you're not asking for money. You're offering opportunity. You make sure you remember that. You're offering an opportunity. No begging. Confidence is greater than desperation. We want to see confidence. We don't want to see desperation. Nobody is attracted to that. Lenders say yes when you cover trust, you plan, and how you're going to protect their money. Yep. If you can cover that stuff, they know, like, and trust you. It's a good chance that you guys are going to be doing some deals together. Stick to the script, plus ask good questions, okay? and position yourself as the solution. If you're talking to somebody and they're talking about the lousy returns they're getting, or they wish they could have got a better return, position yourself as the solution, how you can help them, how you can help them get better return backed by real estate.
Yeah. Yeah. This is it. You know, it takes a little practice to go through that list that you have there, right? We kind of, you know, go over that again and again, but if you get that down, I'm telling you, you're on your way. Yeah, for sure.
All right. It froze in my group, but hopefully it'll come back. But I want to give a free gift to everybody that's watching. So I have this thing that's called the Lender Questionnaire. And you're going to get the exact questions to ask lenders to build trust and confidence. It's going to help you sound professional from day one, okay? And it's yours free because I want you to win. I have you in this group, or Scott has you in his group, because we want to see you win. We want to see you as a success story one day, okay? Yeah. So if you go to lender.martinerichardson.com, which is right here on this slide. So lender.martinerichardson.com. You can go in and I will email you that lender questionnaire. You can use that to talk to your lenders to see, can you get someone to fund your deal 100%.
Bam.
Is it frozen in your group? Because it froze in my group.
No, it looks like everything's working fine.
Okay, good, perfect.
Yeah.
All right, so as we mentioned, that's it for the presentation. As we mentioned, we have the Financial Freedom Blueprint coming up next Thursday and Friday. It's around the corner, Scott.
I know. We've been thinking about this for a while, and now here it is, hanging on the door.
Next week, Thursday, Friday, September 25th, 26th, 2-day online seminar. We're going to teach you how to buy stuff, no money down. Go to thefinancialfreedomblueprintseminar.com, use code FREEDOM and save $100. That expires this Friday. So not Friday the 26th, whatever Friday is before that. That will expire, and it'll be regular price again. But thanks for tuning in. If you guys have questions, let me see the questions. What questions do people have?
So let me just do a shout out here. I see that Caleb also jumped in here as well. And welcome, Caleb. Glad you're with us. And I don't know, does anyone have any questions on my side here?
We got any questions
for Martine? I can give it over to her. So, okay.
I love it. We got some testimonials over here. I'm loving it.
Good.
So Lindsay put in the chat, nothing has helped me as much as having a coach to build my rental portfolio. Not any coach. Martine has been an ongoing resource and set me up for lifelong success. I appreciate that, Lindsay.
Oh man, that's the best. That's the best $20 you ever spent, right there, Martine. No, I know that's real. I know that's real, man. That is fantastic.
If I paid $20, she's gonna write in the chat. Where's my 20?
Yeah.
Oh. Let's go. She said,
listen, all right, so Thursday,
learning the creative side from Scott as well. Let's go. I love it. The fam got energy in here.
That's great.
Alicia says, thank you. But I don't see any questions on my end.
Yeah, I don't see any at mine either. Okay. So Thursday, we're going to do another live here on Thursday. And I'm going to come back. I still like to encourage anybody that has a lead. If you have a seller lead, just bring it. I'll call it live during the call. I also want to show you the other side of the coin too. Okay, so I'm going to share with you some live calls that I've done with buyers, people that I put into a lease option. Just in case you don't know what that means, we advertise that as like a rent to own. Okay, that's a great way for me to acquire a property and hold it for a long period of time. I want to share our structure with you about how that works, but then I'm going to share with you a call or two that I've done live in negotiating. I never use that word, by the way. I never use the word negotiate when I negotiate. I don't sound like I'm negotiating, but that's exactly what I'm doing. So I'm going to show you that on the back end. We'll do that on Thursday. That should be very, very enlightening. And it's all about language. It's about posture. it's very consistent with what you've been talking about, Martine, with posture and not begging.
Right.
It's amazing what people will tell you if you just open the door, shut up, listen, and then take the next step. So that's what we'll do on Thursday.
Because you know what's better than an idea that I've come up with, Scott?
Yes, it's an idea that I've come up with.
That's right. Exactly. You want them to say it.
Right. Yep.
So
exactly right.
Well,
Martine,
perfect. This has been awesome. See you guys next on Thursday. Just remember the Financial Freedom Blueprint Seminar.com, code FREEDOM, $100, expires Friday. So jump on it.
I put it in the comments on my side. I put the Financial Freedom Blueprint.
Lindsay said she thought it was $50, not $20.
She now she's trying to get more money from you. Hey, that's between you and her. I'm out of this. I hope I didn't start anything. All right, guys. Really good seeing you. Thanks for jumping in. We'll see you on Thursday, and then we'll get ready for next week.
See you soon. Bye.
All right. See ya.